Hello dear students. So once again today we are going to continue a very important chapter in our business studies. The name of chapter is Emerging Modes of Business. That is very important chapter that as well as interesting. Okay. So first we are going to discuss the things or the topic which we are going to understand or learn in this chapter. So here we have different things, different new things to learn, like meaning of e-business, process of online buying and selling as a part of e-business, and difference in between e-business and the traditional business, benefits of electronic mode of business, and major security concern of electronic mode of doing this business, and need for e-business or need for BPO, that is business process outsourcing. Okay, so these are the things which we are going to discuss in this chapter. So first, before the starting of chapter, we have to look out about the introduction. So now, if we are talking about present era or the present age, so that is of the age of or the era of internet, because each and everything is directly or indirectly depending upon the use of internet. Internet, it means e-way. Okay, so most probably we all are much more aware about the online shoppings and all, because we have different platforms which we use for buying and selling different articles. Okay, so when we do any kind of business activities by the involvement of electronic media or internet, then that is considered as e-business. Okay, so here in this age of internet, the world commerce has gradually started linking with it. This has brought a new concept of commerce called e-commerce or e-business. Okay, so we are just not buying goods with the help of internet. Even we are taking services, okay, just like online reservation and all, that is kind of services, online appointment to doctors, okay, online appointment in any hospital, that is a kind of e-system. And you know about the e-commerce because we have lot of things, advertisement concept, banking concept, insurance concept. For each and everything we can use internet. Okay, now we are capable for reaching the users of internet all over the world. Simply by opening a shop on the internet users can order for the goods, receive their delivery and make their payment while sitting at their home on the internet. So you know, in the present era, if we want to consume any kind of goods which may be manufactured in the somewhere else, okay, so far from our country, then even we can consume it, okay, just because of the internet. So here e-business, if the term business is taken to mean a wide range of activities comprising industry, trade, commerce, okay, e-business may be defined as the conduct of industry, trade and commerce using the computer network, because business, that is a wider sense itself. So if we are doing any kind of business activities with the help of internet, then it will be considered as e-business. Okay, so whenever we will talk about the business, it means we are talking about the industry, we are talking about trade, we are talking about commerce. Okay, each and everything will be the part of business. So here e-business and e-commerce, we have two different things. So we have to clear our concept about e-business and e-commerce. The term business, that is a broader term than in the comparison of commerce. E-business is more elaborate term and comprises various business transactions and functions conducted electronically. Okay, once when you will do any kind of business activities with the help of internet, then that is part of e-business. And including the more popular gamut of transactions, that is called e-commerce. E-commerce covers a firm's interaction with its customer, supplier over the internet. Okay, so in the business, basically we used to manufacture goods, we used to supply that goods to the ultimate consumers and all that type of activities we do. But commerce, that is a medium. Okay, so here we can say commerce, that is part of business. So commerce, that is a medium by which a manufacturers can connect with their consumers. Okay, so e-business includes not only e-commerce but also other electronically conducted business functions such as production, inventory management, product development, accounting and finance, and human resource management. E-business is therefore clearly much more than buying and selling over the internet. Okay, that is of e-commerce. So two things are there. First is e-business and second one is e-commerce. As we know, in the business, commerce is just only the part of business, and in the e-business, that we have already classified it to the various categories. Trades are there. Okay, so come. Okay, trades and all that is the part of businesses. So here next, so the scope of business, that is very important thing, and that is interesting topic. Okay, so please pay your attention for this topic. That is B2B commerce, B2C commerce, intra B commerce and C2C commerce. So we have all these scopes of businesses. So let's discuss about all these contents. So here first, B2B, it means business to business. When one businessman do their business activities with another businessman, then that is considered as B2B commerce. Let's see with the help of this chart here. B2B transaction, it means if we have suppliers, supplier 1, supplier 2, or the number of suppliers. Okay, as n, that is number of supplier. If we are that as we can see here, B2B transactions which explain the transaction in between the suppliers and the firm. When a manufacturing firms deal with any supplier or their customer, then it is considered as B2B transactions. Okay, then after B2C commerce, business to commerce. Business to commerce, it means when manufacturing units, they used to make their transaction with their customer. Just like firm, there is a firm who do production and marketing and different type of the activities, and finally they contact to their customer C1, C2 or the CN. So that is called B2C, business to customers. Okay, first was B2B. In B2B there was a transaction in between supplier and the firm. Okay, and B2C, business firm to the customer, it was second one. Third one, that is we have intra B commerce. So what is intra B commerce? Intra B commerce, as you can see in the firm, intra firm, or that is called B transaction, intra firm B transactions. Once when different departments of any business organization, they do their own transactions. As you can see here, we have purchase, we have marketing, we have production department, we have finance department. For the manufacturing of any goods, just to produce anything, they need to communicate with each other. Okay, so whenever they will do transition in between their departments, then it will be considered as intra-firm transaction or intra-firm B transactions. That is intra B commerce. Then finally we have C2C. So what is C2C? The full form of C2C, that is of consumer to consumer. When consumers do their transaction in between them only. Okay, here if C1 deals with C2, C2 deal with CN. Okay, if they are taking their business activities in between them, then that is called C2C. And the best example of C2C, we have different online platform where a consumer can sell their goods and another consumer can purchase that goods. Most probably we use this platform, that is C2C platform, for second hand products, and the best example of that is Quicker. Most probably we use Quicker, that is e online, that is a kind of app which we use to purchase or sell any kind of second hand articles. So that is a kind of C2C transactions. Okay, here, so here we have already discussed about the B2B, business to business customer, or the business to business commerce. Here both the parties involved in e-commerce transactions are business firms. Okay, so both should be the party of e-commerce, hence the name B2B is here. Business to business creation of utilities or delivering the values require a business to interact with a number of other business firms, which may be supplier or the vendor or the drivers or inputs. They can belong to any things, but both should be the manufacturers or the middleman. They can't be the person like the consumer. After B2B, we have B2C, that is business to consumer, that we have already seen. Okay, and here we have one example, just like ATM, स्पीड ऑफ विड्रॉल ऑफ मनी. जो ATM होता है वो क्या करता है, आपको हेल्प करता है जस्ट टू विड्रॉ द मनी. ओके, आपका मनी विड्रॉ करने के लिए आपको हेल्प करता है. ओके, सो दैट इज़ अ काइंड ऑफ B2C, बिजनेस टू कॉमर्स, क्योंकि डायरेक्टली वो अपने कस्टमर्स को सप्लाई करता है. द नेक्स्ट वी हैव इंट्रा बी कॉमर्स, एज वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस. C2C commerce, that we have already discussed. Hopefully you have understood. The next we have here benefits of e-business. What are the benefits of e-business? If we are going to do any kind of e-business, so that we can start by the very less investment. So lower investment requirement is there for starting up of any e-businesses. That is the biggest benefit of this form of the business organization. Okay, unlike a host of procedural requirement for setting up an industry, e-business is relatively easy to start. If you do not have much of the investment but have a contacts, that is called network, you can do fabulous business with the help of e-business. So that you can see, if we are going to see the how the these online companies or these online sites, they have started their business, and their stories are very interesting. Just like if we are talking about Amazon, when they start their business, they started it by the single room. ओके, तो एक छोटे से रूम से बिजनेस को स्टार्ट करके आज इतना मल्टीनेशनल कंपनी में कन्वर्ट कर लिया है. सो नेक्स्ट वन ऑफ कन्वीनियंस, एंड दैट वी नो, एक अगर हम एक शॉप भी ओपन करते हैं तो देर आर सम लिमिट्स. दैट शॉप वी कैन ओपन फॉर 10 आवर्स, 12 आवर्स और द 14 or 15 आवर्स. बट इंटरनेट, there is no limit. That is the connectivity of internet, that is 365 days 24/7 चलता रहता है. So that is very convenient because consumers can buy goods or sell their goods according to their convenience, according to the availability of their own time. Just like when we do online shoppings, as when we feel free at that time do online shoppings. So convenience is there, and speed. As already noted, much of the buying or selling involves exchange of information that internet allows at the click of a mouse. So with the help of e-business, many people can do their buying and selling at a time. Just like now in this situation, COVID-19 situation, if we are going to any shop by taking proper cares, or if we are following the proper instructions has been issued by the government authorities, okay, so there will be hardly 1 or 2% they can do their shoppings at a time according to the rules. Okay, so in that way, if 100 pupils reach to any shop, it means it will not be very easy for that shop owner to make them allow to do their shoppings and all. Okay, so but by the use of e-business or internet, a lot of person, thousand or lakh of pupils can do their shoppings at a time. So speed, that is another benefit. Global reach, if we have any shop, so the product or the item whatever we have kept in our shop, that we can sell to the limited persons. Okay, hardly our nearby areas or in that town the pupils can enjoy the our business article. But if we are going with the help of internet, if we are using e-business, then we can see, we can consume the goods which has been manufactured somewhere else, just beyond the boundary of our nation, that we can easily consume, just like apple. Like, okay, that is not the local brand, or that is not manufactured in India, that is an American company, but we can easily purchase the product of apple. And similarly, lot of things are there which has been manufactured in different countries, or but we consume here in our country. So that is just because of the e-business. The next we have movements towards a paperless society. If we are going to purchase anything, or any facilities there, then for each and everything we are depend on the paperwork, just like billings and all. So right now companies are trying to provide digital things, digital billing system. Okay, so it can help us to save millions papers. Okay, so these are the benefits of e-business which make it very popular and convenient. After this, here we have to see the difference in between the traditional business and e-business. So here first, if we are talking about the formation of traditional business, that is quite difficult, because we have to see the showroom and go down, and we have to arrange furnitures, and we have to arrange proper inventory and stock. And the formation of e-business, that is very easy. If we have just only the space for a table, on that table we can put our laptop or the desktop, whatever we have. With the internet, simple internet connectivity, we can start our business. And if we are talking about the physical presence, so definitely in the traditional business we are required. If we are not available in our business or at our shop, then who will open it, who will sell the goods, and who will collect the money? Okay, but if we are using e-system, so there is no requirement of opening or to be present there physically. Okay, everything will be done with the help of internet. And if we are talking about the setup cost, surely easily you can see at your nearby, if we are going to open any kind of electronic shop, then we have to maintain our stock by lakhs or in the crores. Okay, and but e-business, we can set up that form of the business organization at very low investment. And operating cost, as you know, if when you will visit any kind of shop, just like or provisional stores, medical stores, or the cloth stores, there you can see lot of people works in that shop and just calculate their salaries, electricity, lighting and all. They need to pay lot of expenses. Okay, that is called high operating cost. But if you are talking about the e-business, it requires very low operating cost. At very low operating cost, we can continue it. And nature of contact, definitely in the traditional business we need face to face contact with our customer. Okay, so here in the e-business, direct contact, we live in direct contact with our suppliers, but not in the traditional business. Response time, in the traditional business response time, that is too long, but in the e-business that is very low response time. At a minimum time we can settle our transactions. Governments, if we are talking about the government, so governments has less focused on the traditional business, and governments put their 100% or 100% focusing on the e-business. Okay, and manpower, definitely in the traditional business we will require semi-skilled or unskilled person, but for doing e-business we will require skilled person, because any unskilled or semi-skilled person can't handle e-business. So transaction risk, in traditional business we have very low, just because of the face to face contact with our customer. But in the e-business, we have high due to the distance, because customers or suppliers, they live in the too far with each other, so there is a chances of transaction risk. Okay, so here it was the difference in between traditional business and e-business. Hopefully you will enjoy it. So next topic, we have limitations of e-business. As we have seen the meaning or their merits and differences, along with this, e-business has some limitations. First and the very important thing, low personal touch. As in the ट्रेडिशनल बिजनेस हम लोग अपने सब कस्टमर के साथ में और सबके साथ में पर्सनल कांटेक्ट होता है, हम लोगों के पर्सनल रिलेशंस बिल्डअप होते हैं. बट इन द ई बिजनेस वी कांट मेक एनी काइंड ऑफ पर्सनल रिलेशन, सो लो पर्सनल टच इज देयर. एंड नेक्स्ट वन, incourageous. Information can flow at the click of a mouse, but the physical delivery of the product takes time. Okay, if I want to purchase any kind of phone, cell phones, so just think, if I am going to any shop, so within 30 minutes or 1 hours maximum, within 1 hours I can purchase that good. Okay, if I will feel any problem, that I can show on that shop, and we can request them to replace it or just for their repairing. Okay, but in the online shoppings, we can shop within few minutes, but the physical delivery of item we will receive after the 5 days, 6 days or the 7 days. Okay, next, need for technology capabilities. For doing of e-business, definitely we will require technological capabilities. As we are here, we used to conduct our live classes while making live classes or the video classes and all. So just due to the internet connectivity, some people reply, sir, your voice is not clear, and voice is interrupting, sir, and all. So we are facing these type of problems just because of the internet connectivity. So apart from the traditional, that is 3 R's, reading, writing and arithmetic, e-business requires a fairly high degree of familiarity of the parties with the world of computers. Okay, because in the traditional system 3 R's are there, you must be aware about it, that is of reading, writing and arithmetic. It means in traditional business we have to focus on these 3 R's, but here we have something different. So increased risk. In the e-business we have lot of risk, like if our system अगर हमारे सिस्टम में वायरस हो जाता है और someone hacked our data, so we can lost lot of amount. And pupil resistance, the process of adjustment to new technology and new way of doing things cause stress and a sense of insecurity. As a result, pupil may resist an organization's plan of एंट्री इनटू ई बिजनेस. मोस्ट प्रोबेबली जो थोड़े सीनियर सिटीजन्स होते हैं और ये सब है ना, वो लोग बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं देते ई बिजनेस को. दे बिलीव इन द ट्रेडिशनल सिस्टम एंड एथिक फैबल fallout. Okay, nowadays companies use an electronic eye to keep track of the computer files you use, your email account, the website you visit, etc. Is it ethical? Just think about it. अगर हम लोग किसी शॉप से कोई सामान लेते हैं तो वो हमारे ऊपर फोकस नहीं करता कि हाँ इसने कितना सामान लिया, क्या लिया, और वो अपने को परेशान नहीं करेगा. बट वंस व्हेन यू विल डू एनी काइंड ऑफ शॉपिंग एंड ऑल, दे विल सेंड यू रिमाइंडर इंफॉर्मेशंस. और अगर स्पेशली इफ़ वी हैव टेकन देयर सब्सक्रिप्शन, अगर हमने उसको सब्सक्राइब कर दिया उस किसी पर्टिकुलर चैनल को या किसी चीज़ को, देन डेफिनेटली दे विल सेंड लॉट ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन इन अ डे. ओके, and this is not the sending of information, just because of all these things they watch us. That's why you can see कि आपका जो Gmail होता है वो बहुत सारे advertisement से fill होता है. Most of the companies they send you different type of the information and all, because all these companies they used to share the consumers data. So whatever data we have now on the internet, that is not safe and as well as that is not secured. Okay, so it was the limitations of e-business. So next, in the next class, we will learn about the online transactions, because you all are aware about the online transactions, but here as a part of study that we will discuss. Okay, so bye bye class, take care.